Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin, and today I am going to be bringing you guys the best PPSH class now that this has become a more viable and competitive weapon. If you haven't seen my previous video, in the latest update, Season 3 Reloaded, we've seen an increase to the base damage and range of the PPSH, which puts its TTK up to a very low standard, basically meaning that it's going to be competitive with things like the Bullfrog, the LC10, and a ton of other SMGs, the MP5 from both Cold War and Modern Warfare, and also all of the other SMGs that are viable at the moment. This thing has been bumped from pretty much the bottom of the pile right up towards the top end, so I'm going to be going over the class that is the best to use with you guys today, give you some options of things you can swap out, and hopefully this will help you to get the best amount of trial out of this weapon, see whether you like it. It's going to come down to preference again, right, because at the end of the day, all of the weapons, like I said, there's about 6 or 7 viable SMGs right now, but this one is what I'm going to call the new meta for Season 3 Reloaded, because they pushed out this update, making it viable and competitive. Now, if you are new to the channel, make sure you do drop a subscribe down below, click the notification bell. We've got tons and tons of Season 3 content coming out, so make sure you don't miss out on any of that. Drop this video a like down below and let me know in the comments which one of these variants of the PPSH class are you going to be rocking. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So guys, it's up to you what you want to pair this weapon with. I've paired it with a car 98. It's been working really well. I've got a car for picking people off, you know, getting those long range kills, because this thing is for really up close. So you could pair this with, again, a car if you want to, similar to me, or you could put an AR on. This gun would work really well with something like the M4, the AMAX, maybe even the Krig 6, something like that, that's going to be able to get those long to mid-range engagements, because this gun is going to excel really at those very close ranges, and that's where it's going to have the highest TTK. So for me, I would pair it with a sniper, and that was really working for, you know, kind of like plunder clips, and also going into some solos and duos. If you're going for quads or you're going for trios, I would recommend swapping it out to an AMAX or a Krig. That is going to be a better option by a long shot, because it's not going to be able to do much more than very close range, sort of 0 to 40 meters with this thing being a good TTK. So up to you guys what you want to put, but that's what I recommend. Obviously, perks for the class, if you haven't done a Warzone loadout in a while, still the same as always. EOD Overkill Amped if you're running Overkill. If you want to run this as a Ghost class, swap out the Overkill for Ghost. Absolutely fine. Just put on whatever secondary you want to with that one. I've gone for Semtex and Stun Grenade, but go for Heartbeat Sensor, go for C4, whatever you want on there. Entirely up to you. Now, with this gun, we've got the Grew Suppressor, the Task Force Barrel, the Spetsnaz PKM stock, the 55 round drum mag, and the Grew elastic wrap. Now, if you have got the loud pipe variant, which is what I'm running right now, it's this cool reactive skin. Really good, because it comes with most of the attachments that you're actually going to already want. 4 of them are already on there, so that's fantastic. The Grew Suppressor isn't. I think it doesn't come with a muzzle at all. I think it comes with a sight. But if you have got this variant, you're well on the way to getting the gun pretty good. And another thing to kind of flag up after the update, once you get Sound Suppressor, which is not too high of a level to unlock this, it's actually pretty good. For this weapon, I recommend the Grew Suppressor just to give yourself a little bit of that extra range with it. But if you are going to be using it strictly for up close, or you don't have the Grew Suppressor unlocked yet, Sound Suppressor is going to be the one that you want. Very cool that they've buffed that and made it a viable option. Sprint fire time increased, really cool, really good attachment. Task Force Barrel, again, you do get a little bit of recoil with this one. If you can control the recoil, really good. Definitely the barrel you're going to want to rock. If you're struggling with that one a little bit, you still want to run a barrel though, probably run the Reinforced Heavy. It's going to give you the most, like, extra range and bullet velocity versus, you know, the negatives that you get there. So it's going to be sort of like your best option as a second one if you don't want to run Task Force. Spetsnaz PKM stock. Now, this one's really good because what it does is give you fire and move speed, aim walking move speed, and ADS move speed. You can swap this out for a Raider stock. Gives you a little bit more control, a little bit less accuracy, and a little bit less mobility. So all it does really is affect the hip fire there. So it's entirely up to you. You can run either or there. Entirely up to you which you prefer. If you're not bothered about a stock, or you're not bothered about maybe a grip on this one, you can swap one of those out, whack on the Spetsnaz grip underbarrel. That's going to improve your accuracy a ton with this weapon. So if you are struggling for recoil, you know, either way, vertical, horizontal, whatever it is, finding the gun's got a bit too much of a kick, maybe you want to run the Task Force, but you're too worried about the recoil, whack on the Spetsnaz grip instead. It's going to make the gun a lot more steady, a lot more pinpoint accurate, really nice. Really good for close quarters as well, because you're going to hit most of those shots, and that's what's going to get you the kill first. So really useful. I would recommend the 55 round drum mag. Only thing it reduces there is the reload quickness, not the ADS time, which is brilliant. And it gives you more than enough bullets, trust me, to get a kill on these players. even for trios and squads, which is, you know, kind of the main thing here that you want to be able to cover all bases on. Really, really good attachment. No ADS negative from it as well, which is brilliant. And then I've obviously thrown on the grey elastic wrap here with mine, so this is just for the ADS. Flinch resistance apparently now works properly and everything, so it's really, really good. And aiming stability did have a bit of a buff as well, so it's not as negatively impacting on the weapon, which is really nice. So it's definitely a more viable attachment, and that's what I've gone with there. So hopefully, you know, you guys want to try this class out. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're going to be pairing it with down in the comments. It's the best setup I've found for it so far. If there is any future updates where they tweak attachments again, obviously I'll redo these sort of videos so that you guys have the best up-to-date attachments. But with the recent changes, that is the best class for the PPSH in Warzone. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you're having you new to the channel, make sure you drop a subscribe down below, turn bell notifications on, and make sure you drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it today. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and peace.